Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with round 2 of the 5v5 Grand Arena going on right now. Sorry it's a little later than I usually get it out, but I did record my battles except for a few hiccups. And let me show y'all how my round 2 went. Let's get into the battles. I'll show you what my opponent put down for defense and how that all went. So here are some of the ground squads that my opponent put down. He put down a Karth Dot team with Wampa, a First Order team. He's got a Revan squad there, and I'll show you some of the others. Well, let's get into this first battle. I went and took my JTR team against his First Order. So it's just Rey with Resistance Trooper and then the droids. Went ahead and used C3PO just because with the squad compositions he put, I really didn't have another spot for him. Like, I wasn't going to run him under CLS. I already knew what I was going to do there, so figured it'd be a little extra insurance for JTR, trying to get, max banners. And what's interesting is, I'm going to show you guys kind of how efficiency comes into play a little bit in this match. So, standard stuff, nothing really new here. You're down to just the 2 Kylos left, and try and get some stuns out there, like just stun Kylo. Working on taking out Crew now. He's got that locked healing immunity. Just using C3PO to do the dog piles to get a bunch of damage in there. Got rid of Crew. Working on Xylo. Get some burning going from R2. Now do that assist move from Rey and call BB-8. Get the healing immunity, Illuminated Destiny. And that's it. You can see we're just going to work on here. And I was trying to see if I could do anything to spread it out and heal everybody up. 60 banners, so good enough for that battle. His next team was a Kira's Scoundrel team. But if you look, he's got Han and Chewie in that one. So he does have Vandor, but he's got his regular Chewie and Han in there where you normally wouldn't see them. And then he's got Vandor and L3 with Kira lead. So it made it a little bit different, I guess, of a matchup. Haven't really had any opponents go this route. So I just took my CLS with Han and Chewie and then did Chirrut and Baze. Figured it would be nice with Baze being able to clear buffs off, clear off the taunt, and Chirrut being able to heal and maybe throw some tenacity up, who knows. But Chirrut and Baze do make a nice 4th and 5th for the CLS kind of rebel trio. And you can see it was, no big thing to get them off. Unfortunately, Baze couldn't tank it out. I lost him. And I just had a feeling this battle was going to go down to efficiency, like this matchup rather. And so I hated to lose someone. But here we are in the next battle. This is his Karth Dot team, and he's got Wampa in there. So I went ahead and took my First Order. Got Crew, Xylo, Stormtrooper, Executioner, and First Order Officer. I used Crew's 2-turn stun to keep Wampa stunned. Figure if I can take him out of play, that way he won't be able to power up. He won't be able to land daze. He won't be able to throw down extra dots. He's the big kind of damage dealer, and you don't want him powering up or he'll be able to start one-shotting people, especially First Order Officer. So, stuck behind Zalbar's taunt, but Executioner can clear that. It's just a matter of it keep coming back every time they get below, 100% health when he starts taunting. So, got to watch who we work on and try and get him down in the meantime. Zalbar can be a pretty big pain. Now, I don't think this Zalbar had the Zeta on him, though, so that makes it a little bit easier to take him out. He's not gaining all that protection back, so got rid of him Now we don't have to worry about the taunt being focused, focusing us off of who we want to work on. Was able to get rid of Mission there. And now just working on Canderous. He's down. You can see how effective Wampa was. He didn't get to do anything. So took him out. 58 banners for that one. Okay, this next matchup, he had his Nightsister team, Asajj lead, MT, Daka, Zombie, and Spirit. Unfortunately, I went against the team with my bounty hunters first, and I don't know if it was the game itself or my phone just crashed, but the screen went black and I had to restart, and so it didn't leave them with turn meter, thankfully, but I did lose my primary counter to this team that I had planned out, and it already counted a battle against me, so bye-bye 20 banners. So I was forced to, after that, go in against him with my Traya team, because I had saved that in case he, put down Jedi Revan or something like that. And he did put down Jedi Revan, but it wasn't the standard comp where I thought, okay, I'll use my Traya and Thrawn team and take him out. I'll have to show you that one after this, and you can be the judge of that. But with him having Nightsisters and my primary counter, which was the bounty hunters, being taken out of the equation, I had to come up with something. So Traya works with DN to annihilate him. So you got to do what you got to do, And unfortunately, that does suck when you plan out your teams and then you lose. Now you got to use this team that you were going to use elsewhere and make other arrangements for that battle down the line. So here I am just deciding who I want to annihilate. Go ahead and take out Daka. That way I don't have to worry about her just randomly reviving, other Nightsisters when I get them down. Kill MT. And start working on Asajj. Asajj is isolated, so that, helps me out a little bit. But unless you really are struggling, it's not too hard to beat Nightsisters with a Traya team. I mean, I did have trouble one time and almost lost, but I've never fully lost with a Traya team against Nightsisters. They heal up so much because of the debuffs, and they have Nihilus for his Annihilate, being able to take him out of the equation. So it's down to just Zombie and Spirit now. Spirit's about to bite the dust. And there she goes. Now it's just Zombie. And Zombie's dead. So 37 banners for that one. Unfortunate, but got it done. Let me show you what he has left that I have to still kill. So there's the Revan team I was talking about. You can see it's not a standard comp. He left Yoda out, and that's because he was going to use it for his Darth Revan with Grandmaster Yoda against my Darth Revan. And then he's got Bounty Hunters, and he's got a Bastila team. So here's his Revan, and I just went ahead and took my Revan against his, the Jedi Revans. I do have Grandmaster Yoda and Jolie, but at this point, I'm thinking, since I lost that one battle and I missed those 20 points, and he's saved enough for offense, he could pretty much one-shot everything. I'm trying to see if I can be a little more efficient, and so I started, doing 4-man battles and stuff, trying to make up the difference. I didn't really think I could pull off a 3-man against this. But you can see here, I mean, he's got Juhani, but she's not really that good. Not as good as, GK would be, where he can just taunt on crit and steal your focus away when you're in the middle of, working on somebody. So Qui-Gon's close to death here, but he's actually, if you can build him up, he's actually very useful with his Dispel and then his Calling and Assist. So if you do have him at decent gear and you can make him You know, as stout as he can be, he's still pretty squishy. He is a useful character to have. But, you know, he died, triggered, what was it, Savior. So that's gone. But I was able to take out his Jedi Revan. Now I'm just worried about, can I get around to Jolie before Jolie brings them back? I know all y'all that have done Jedi Revan mirror matches know how difficult that can be sometimes, and you're stuck down to the wire. So his old Ben keeps taunting, so I gotta kind of work on him. Finally, he lost the taunt, but I'm trying to just focus on Jolie and do enough damage to where we can get Jolie out of there before he starts reviving everybody. Took out Juhani there because she had the taunt up to kind of steal your focus. Now working on Jolie. Thankfully, there he goes. Now it's just old Ben left. And there he goes. So 60 banners for that one. Good enough, I guess. Next is his bounty hunters. He had Django lead, but they were still a little on the slow side compared to my troopers anyway. And with Stark under Veers, I think I was still a couple speed points ahead of him. So I was able to go first, get the quick kill. And that's what it's all about. Get the quick kill. And even like there, like with Django, when he dies, that still counts as a death, and your guys get turn meter for it. So once that happens, you can just kill him again, and the AoEs from Snow Trooper will really tear him up. The only thing I don't like, what I, struggled with, is with Nest, and Nest having that, the counterattack to retaliate every time you do some damage on her is frustrating when you're trying to get max banners. And here I am trying to do as good as I can to get max banners and make up some ground. And I keep getting hit every time. So I'm trying to work on Nest, get her down. You can see she's in the red, so it's only a matter of time. And there it is. But only 57 banners from that battle. But I mean, what else can you do? Next up is Bastila, and I just threw my squad against his in a mirror, but I left one off, so I figured Bastila with Hermit Yoda, Ezra, and then Old Ben versus his, and he does have Qui-Gon and Ezra. His Ezra has the Zeta. He's got Mace in there too, but even with a smaller squad compared to his, I'm a human player versus the AI, and as long as you kind of know what you're doing, you'll have an advantage. You can focus on whoever you want, take out the weakest link, and use your stuns and dispels to your advantage. And so that's what I'm working on doing. And I'm trying to do it all before they get their bonus protection gone, to get as many extra banners as I can. So had got rid of Mace, working on Qui-Gon because he's pretty squishy. Be kind of an easy kill to, again, get a numbers advantage because right now it's 4-4. Boom, knocked him out. Now it's just really Ezra to worry about as the main damage dealer. And he did have the Zeta on Ezra, so he does hit kind of hard. But we'll just keep piling on Ezra, and he's back to his normal protection. Meanwhile, I'm using my Hermit Yoda to try to keep everybody topped off, Like I said, I want to try and end this battle with max banners. I mean, it's the best shot that I have, so top everybody up, try and get some protection back. Call Ezra with the buffs, got rid of the enemy Ezra. Now it's just a matter of taking out the enemy Bastila. I'm trying to just do as much damage as I can and also keep her from taking off any of that protection so that I don't lose that extra point. And it's frustrating. And there goes Ezra doing his job, taking out nice big damage. Got the stun finally. So she lost her turn there. Now Master's training. Or the heal, sorry. And Ezra calls an assist. Done. Got my extra banner, so 61 banners for that. Like I said, I was happy with that. Did the best that I could. You know, the most score I could. So it was down to just our ships left. We both put Thrawn fleets. He put like Thrawn with Geos, and I just threw Thrawn with some random ships that were kind of strong, but there's no real, like, there's no theme. It wasn't no timeout team or anything like that. I just wanted to give him a tough time. So you can see I'm the underdog by a couple points there, 1448 to his 1450. So even though he one-shot all of my ground and I missed a battle on his, you can still come back from that. So did my ships. I got 65 banners, which to me that was pretty good. I left a ship off, but you don't have to do that. It was pointed out to me that as long as you don't use the reinforcement, you'll still get points for it being surviving and full health, full protection. You don't get any extra bonus points beyond 66. So really, there's no benefit to having an unused slot. It all adds up to the same. So you don't need to actually leave one off. You could just not use it and it will count for the same. So there's that. I got 65 banners on his fleet. And let me show you the board. So here was the board after I got done. And I had 1668 to his 1450. And this was late at night. So I was like, well, there's nothing more I can do. So I go to sleep. And I fully expect that when I wake up, you know, we'll see if he's gone and he'll probably beat me, you know, because I don't know what I'm doing as far as ships go. I'm sure somebody out there could get a much better score, but, you know, check this out. Let me show you this just so you know. So here's what I wake up to. A tie. 1668 to 1668. So he wasn't able to go perfect. He actually did worse on his fleet than I did. But since I was behind by 2 points, you know, he had that little extra room to spare. So he ended up beating the fleet. And even though he one-shot everything, his efficiency was much sloppier. So that enabled a tie. Unfortunately, his GP was higher than mine at lock. And so since he had the higher GP, he got the win. And I was curious about that because people say, oh, you can boost your GP and it goes by what it is now. Well, I can confirm for you guys that that is not the case because I added mods to a bunch of my pilots and other characters and put on about 60k GP, and I kept track of his close to awards time, and I was above him, and I still lost. So now you know it's GP at the time of lock does not count your GP as of when the round ends. So if indeed you do tie somebody and they locked in at a higher GP than you, which is just luck of the draw, there's nothing you can do. A tie with you being a lower GP is the same as a loss. So now we know. Oh well. We'll see you guys in the next round here, starting shortly. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.